Alright folks, this is Roz and Josh back with our second round. Okay, so we're not seeing blue. We're seeing mana and spells. I think that feels pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can't ask for more right now.
Yeah, I think a blue mana makes this really go well.
We'll go ahead and do this, and then we'll just say, hey, good luck.
You are stalwart on that.
I have to do it, and he has to test, so we're equal. I've never had that before. Test. I can hear you.
Have you not? Yeah, he's just checking to see if you're there. I don't know that actually works.
Oh, all right. Well, you're doing all right. You're clicking buttons and things.
I think he's okay.
Okay, so yeah, we're seeing mana. I guess we'll just mirror him here.
Yep.
That's how I lost last game. Timeout. I should type in me too. I had to go deliver a baby and I lost the game. What is this?
That baby was called Bloodfray Giant, my friend.
Yeah, I delivered it twice in a row. So there's your mirror match. Okay, Eyes in the Skies is fine. I don't think that we really have to worry about what we play quite right here.
Yeah. This blue mana has been mysterious. Maybe we'll rip a key rune. That would be so nice.
Is it wishful thinking? Alright, so what are we going to see here? We're going to see a centaur. We're not going to see anything.
Weird.
I was going to say a centaur healer. No.
Well, this is going to play out decent, maybe.
Sure. I mean, this is a slow game, but he's not doing anything, so I don't feel terrible that we're not doing anything either.
Right.
We're all sitting here with 7 cards in hand.
A full mitt.
My hand. Oh wow. Okay, that's what you want to be playing on turn 4.
Yeah.
It hurts. It hurts bad.
I don't think it's that terrible. I mean, you've got you flash in Eyes in the Skies. You can catch him with a Common Bond, or you could play Phantom General.
Well, yeah, I think the idea here is flash the Eyes in the Skies for sure, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
You've got to have a way to protect one of them. I mean, you can Common Bond it.
Well,
otherwise you'd play the Phantom General here.
Right.
And then flash in the Eyes in the Skies and be able to protect one of them that he chooses with the Common Bond. Or actually, if the Phantom General is on the field, it would be either. So,
well, let's see. Phantom General. Okay, he swings in, plays whatever. What do we see next? We don't know. If we don't see anything and we're left with these cards in our hand and a dead card and we want to use this Eyes in the Sky is what happens. We wait, flash it in, and then we'll have Common Bond mana open.
Mm-hmm. That would be my suggestion, I think. I mean, it's not as cool and fast. You don't swing in for 2, but you also don't lose a bird token. If the board does. I mean, you don't know what he's going to do, but still.
Sure. Well, he's all fixed up. Throwing down blues, throwing down greens. He's even got a white mixed in there. Looking pretty good.
He is throwing down.
Alright, so we'll take our 3 like a good boy. Okay. That could have been worse.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay. So we're sitting back at a languid pace.
Well, we've had some mana issues with this deck. I don't know. It's the blue that's really hanging us up every game.
It's true.
And that was my suggestion initially, so I feel a little bit bad about that.
Okay, so is he punking us into blocking a Phantom General with an Armory Guard, I guess we just take the 2 extra damage and not lose this Phantom General because it's really bad if we do right now.
I think 2 is fine for 1 turn here.
All right. So let's tap some mana so I don't get our decent card here syncopated. Okay, I feel much better now. Okay. I am okay with that.
He's got to suspect you've got a way to protect it.
Or he just thinks I'm desperate.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so there's a mana. Our only play in our hand is Common Bond.
Right.
Everything else requires blue. Alright. So...
We're not swinging,
yeah,
so...
We're hurting. I mean, we can protect, but...
If he's got a Void Wielder in his hand, it's pretty bad, but, if you can get your Common Bond off and then block...
Well, the problem is that no matter what, the tricky nature of Common Bond doesn't really get to happen because we have to use it to keep a creature from going back to the hand.
I mean, he has to declare attacks first, though.
Sure.
However, him swinging with Armory Guard might mean that he has a pump. It's really too bad we don't have 1 island on the field.
I get the feeling I would swing with everything here. Huh. So he leaves the Vassal Soul back. Alright. So, let's see what we got here.
You could pump him twice.
Twice, right.
Block out.
And then potentially lose this guy next turn, but we kill the Skymark Rock, potentially. Or just trade for a Skymark Rock, do 1 and 1.
I'm always a fan of doing 1 and 1. It's just me.
Spreading the love around. That's kind of how I feel about the card too. I think that's where a lot of its value. We don't really need to tap that one, I guess. It can be a little bit more mysterious.
There you go. Let's see if he's got any kind of a... No. Well, that resolves.
Let's see what happens. No dramatic rescue there. Alright, let's see if we can trade up.
It's got a giant growth.
Yeah, that's pretty substantial.
Yeah, but I mean, you took the card out of his hand.
Yeah, it was a card for half a card, I guess.
Hence the smart move of not loading up on that one, because then your other one gets bounced.
All right, so we're seeing the Arrow Predation is good deck.
And I think you've got one in sideboard, don't you?
I sure do. Centaur Healer is not bad.
No, I agree.
I don't think there's any planet where I swing in here, so I guess we can just play this.
And
yeah, it's fine. We'll tap it that way. I have Selesnya Charm open.
Indeed you do.
Alright. So we're looking for the stabilization. We're looking for the blue mana.
Yep.
Blue mana does a few things for us. Well, it does everything for us, but I mean, most importantly, I guess it actually allows 2 of our cards to become insta-live. Well, 3 of our cards to become insta-live. That's pretty good. Yeah,
that's really good.
So this is a pretty textbook Azurius deck we're looking at here.
So far. It's too bad you don't have a Dispel in your board.
Yeah, we didn't even see any kind of Dispel. So swinging for the fence. Yeah.
I mean, I think you definitely block the Armory Guard here.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and give it. Well, what do we think? I'm just curious. Yeah, okay, so we can live for a little bit longer. I didn't even think he would use a trick there. That's just not worth it.
Well, that is not the worst thing ever.
We can play this, and then we can play something like Dramatic Rescue
Mm-hmm.
and survive for another turn.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't think that there's a real impressive way for me to tap this, so we can pretty much do that and be fine.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And that's our play.
And his swing is interesting here without a good card in his hand. I mean, it may allow you to stabilize a little bit.
Yeah, six mana isn't exactly where I like to, or six life isn't exactly where I like to stabilize, but
Mm-hmm.
what can you do?
Yeah, it'll be 8. I mean, he'll connect with something. Let's see what he's got here. Void Wielder for the win.
I would not like to see that right now. Let's not see that. Okay,
Oh, that's okay. Bounce it before it hits.
that I would like to see. Um,
Yeah, that's perfect.
because this takes all the value out of that card. So that's pretty good.
It does, and he can't replay it either, which is pretty big. That was nice.
I don't even think he swings in here. Well,
I don't think he does.
one of his cards is a Skymark Rock, the other one is what, a land? I don't know.
I think so.
Nope. There you go. Well,
All right.
what do we have here? We have 7 mana.
We have an Archon, is what we have.
So there's no good swings, but what there is an uncountered, no blue mana up Archon of the Triumvirate, and I'm fine with that, I think.
I mean, he could have Selesnya Charm, but it doesn't kill it because it's got 4 power. Am I correct on that?
It's a 4/5, so the rear end is a 5.
Nice. Nice.
Now, if only it had haste. Too much to ask for in white and blue. People that sit around and contemplate all day. Okay, so what are we seeing here? Another Skymark Rock, and maybe that's it, hopefully?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think we're going to see a pass here.
Yep.
Okay, so what does our attack look like? Let's see. It looks like a collective blessing just won the game.
Oh,
now
so big.
What do you think? Do you think he has the syncopate?
I don't think so. I think he's got to land. This is just me.
I think we're at a position now where we see what this does. And sure, we'll keep our mana up for a Dispel. Or a Swift Justice.
Yeah. That's going to hurt.
So he's looking, and he's like, okay, that's a collected... Oh, there it is.
Resolved.
So what kind of swings are we looking at here? We're looking at an Archon. A bird. Well, because we don't want to get, like, wrecked by the crackback.
Yeah, but you can detain the Griffin and the Rock.
Right.
I mean, I think you swing in with 2, but I don't know whether that's the Archon and the bird or...
I think what I might do is Archon and Centaur Healer.
Well, the bird, I mean, Centaur Healer can be blocked out. What is Centaur Healer, a 6/6?
It's a 6/6, so he has to, well...
He can triple block it, and you can only kill 2 things, but that seems to me to be an incredibly good trade. I don't really have a problem with either of those, but I think Bird Archon puts him on a faster clock. That's just because he's got to block it with a Vassal Soul.
Yeah, there's no way he has the Dramatic Rescue in my hand. I shouldn't even think that. We would have seen that long ago.
I think so.
So you don't get to do anything, and you don't get to do anything.
Yeah.
I don't even think he'll block with the Vassal Soul. I think he's just like, I have so much life that I'm just going to take it.
Yep.
So in one turn,
we're winning.
We're back online. I don't know what happened there. The deck worked.
I think Guildmage, unless he plays a flyer, Guildmage Detain wins the game.
Now let me ask you this. Let's say that the mana gods were just on our side and we saw another blue. Would you even play Sphinx? There's no reason.
There's no reason to. And Guildmage is a big body on the ground anyway. Let's see what he's got here.
Shoot, yeah, he's a Slitherhead. That's fine.
That's not gonna do it.
If that's it, I'm actually. Well, I shouldn't say I'm not surprised that there wasn't a concession. But riddle me this. If we see a blue, okay, we didn't. I wanted to see if we would see a blue to a Xerius Key Rune. Because would that become a 5/5 in the air?
Yeah, I mean, it becomes a creature, so yeah.
Yeah, it's still not enough. Alright, well.
Yeah, not a blue.
So, we could play something like the Guild Mage. We could play something like the Hussar Patrol at the end of his turn. We can swing in here pretty much regardless and do whatever we want.
I agree.
I think our swing looks well. Does our swing look the same? 1, 2.
I think the swing looks the same. I don't swing with anything on the ground because he pops his Slitherhead in there. It really doesn't benefit us. So he takes 5 here. And unless he draws a flyer, he's dead. Actually, he's dead next turn either way if you drop the Guildmage.
Okay. That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah.
So go to 1, throw down a Guildmage.
And then he concedes.
We'll see.
After his draw?
All depends. We could see a cyclonic thingy here.
This is true.
Well, he's not conceding.
Still doesn't kill you. Cyclonic Rift.
Okay.
There you go. He wanted to advance just to the begin combat step.
Ooh. So we had some pretty decent stuff coming up.
Yeah. Well, that's how it's supposed to work, generally. That was the theory. We do have an aerial predation.
All right. Oh, yeah. And I think there's no reason not to bring this in.
I agree.
Taking out for it would be... Let's see here.
Probably Swift Justice. I mean, it doesn't help against the bounce. I guess you could kill a 2/2 flyer with a 1/1 flyer, but I think Swift Justice is what would be my choice.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really lucky, you see a Phantom General, and then you get amazing value by killing a rock with a bird.
You know, also the Sunspire Griffin doesn't get bounced, so maybe it would be decent over the Sphinx, just because we haven't seen double blue in any game. I don't know. It's up to you.
That worked out really well. I think that we can do this. I like Concordia Pegasus here for sure.
You could cut a Guildmage if you wanted to. I guess you had talked about that earlier.
That's my only problem with the Guild. Well, I mean, you see a higher frequency of them if you have 2. But if I cut them, I'm not really sure what I would bring in. Let's see. I don't really think that this is the Mizium skin deck. I mean, there's an Avenging Arrow for something like the Rock. If we really wanted more removal.
Yeah.
Because Arrest isn't really hard removal right here.
Right. I mean, I think the aerial predation does also take care of the rock. How many answers do you have to it? It doesn't. I mean, a lot of your guys have 3 toughness anyway,
Yeah. Well,
or
that's
at
the
least some of them.
yeah. The other thing is, I don't think I want to go down another creature. I think where we are here is kind of where we want to stay. Well, let's
Yeah,
go. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. That game turned around real quick.
it did. Yeah, the dramatic rescue on the Knightly Valor was huge.
Now we see 2 islands. Um. Okay. I don't feel. How do I feel about this hand? As of right now, we can't play anything in our hand.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
But you have more planes than anything else. You've got 8 planes in the
Right.
deck.
We are right now totally reliant on white. We're on the draw. I think we go ahead and take it. I think we go
Yeah.
ahead and see what happens here. So let's not mulligan. And if his planes is any indication, that means by the random nature of Magic the Gathering, we are going to draw a planes right now.
Okay.
There you go.
Boom.
So yeah, let's go ahead and play it.
That's a great start. I think a Void Wielder at any time before Collective Blessing in that last game really hurts. I mean, I think we're dead.
Absolutely. Now there is the potential that he just didn't see any in his pool, which is very fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
We're off to a oh man, we're off to a really good start here.
Yep.
This is pretty much, I think, the start that you want. Common Bond, Fan of General. We even have our blue. Things are looking up. Once again, he gets all of his colors very quickly.
He's got something.
Ooh, that's a card.
Slider. It is a card.
It dies to a common bond, a double common bond on a centaur, but that's a card.
Yeah, I think even swinging in.
Another common bond.
Oh, wow, that's good. And I don't know.
So the thinking man's game is: do you just stay back and common bond when he inevitably swings in with the smiter,
I don't think so. That leaves you open to his giant growth.
or do you go for the play here?
I think I swing.
All right, so we go in. We're not. What are we not going to see a block here? Okay, so
Yeah, and then so you're gonna see you can play out dramatic rescue.
yes.
When he swings in, and then make him choose between playing the Skymark Rock or the Smiter, and then you've got him in a bad situation as far as tempo because he feels like he has to block.
Well, let's see if he gets his land. He does.
Now another way of thinking of this would be to try and dramatic rescue on his Knightly Valor, but I think here is fine.
Okay, so pretty standard play here. Dramatic rescue on the smiter.
I mean, it's aggressive. It's an aggressive play. However, if he wants to replay it, he can't hold up giant growth.
Right, with his 1 green mana source.
Mm-hmm.
We might see a Skymark Rock here. Nope. We're just going to see a smiter.
Mm-mm. And you probably see, unless he's got Dispel up, this is a good common bond time. Because you don't want to trade out.
Nope.
No matter what happens, so.
Okay. So, you're thinking swing.
Mm-hmm.
See a little something here.
Yep.
He clearly won't block again. Let's see how he feels about that. Yeah, I think we just make this guy big.
Yeah.
Well, what does that do? That does 12. Takes him down to 12.
Mm-hmm. But I think putting another creature on the board here is also important, like a Phantom General.
Phantom General brings this guy to a 4/4. Concordia Pegasus doesn't really do that much. Well, it uses all our mana.
Yeah, it does.
do
And
the
you don't,
Phantom
I mean, he could Void Wheel you next turn, and then that would be that. So. Void Wielder is my nightmare against tokens.
With any luck, he just doesn't have it.
And maybe he hangs back here. I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. You don't know. It might be a Knightly Valor, and then you can still catch him with a common bond and trade out. Yeah, I don't know. He's got to end combat before we even think about that. He doesn't want to end combat. That was such a good combat.
It was. I don't know if it was as good as a triumvirate bird combat, but it was significant.
Yeah.
I think this is the most damage that we've done in combat outside of our triumvirate coming down.
We definitely started nice and fast. That's a foily smiter too.
It is.
I had to turn off foil animations on my computer because when I was talking to people on Skype, my computer was not pleased.
Like glitching out and stuff.
And it's not that old.
All right. I mean, you know what? Phantom General. Woe betide if we see something good next turn.
If he hangs back, you can be pretty certain he's got a giant growth or something, because he knows you've got pump.
Well, pre-combat, what are we seeing?
Knightly Valor.
Yep, there she is. All right, 6 is good.
Mm-hmm.
6 is good. Nothing we can do about that.
I mean, we do have things that do things against that, but drawing a land here would be big, like a white.
It's a blue. So we're seeing all the blue mana.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't play 2 things. Because of not having that white.
Right. I mean, if you swing in, you would trade out your Centaur for his Smiter, which doesn't seem all that good because 1 green completely changes this. I might just
take 6.
I might take 6 more, play out the Pegasus. It's really up to you, man. I mean, he may just block out with his Knight thinking you've got giant growth, but he may not. And yeah, you want more creatures on the board with Collective Blessing. End of story.
Okay, I'm right with that.
But those are your choices. So, and here he might think you're. I don't know. We'll see what he does here.
I'm seeing a Loxodon swing.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
If he really fears the giant growth, no. All right.
I think it also tells you he may not have it because he's got the Knight and he didn't swing in with that.
Staying back with the Knight. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
4 cards in hand though. Every color here. 6 mana. 2 of each.
It's got to be. I mean, he probably plays a bird of some variety.
At least we haven't seen the arrow predation and he has no birds.
Right. He will, though. He's got plenty of them in there.
You know what else we've never seen? Tristani's Judgment. That is in the deck.
This is true. Don't want to see it now, though.
No. I think green is the MVP here.
If he just passes, you may be seeing. I mean, you got Rootborn Defenses, you've got Eyes in the Skies. These are things I would suspect from this type of deck, but
I'm waiting for a Keening Apparition.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we had one though, so you might be waiting a while.
We did not. But against the Collective Blessing deck, Keening Apparition is always good. I guess this is the lag he was talking about.
Maybe it doesn't seem that horrible though. I don't know.
Let's just kind of inch that off the off the board.
Just put him in the graveyard there.
One of these days, it's gonna have. Oh, we'll just throw the Knightly Valor above the Loxodon
There you
Smite.
go.
Oh, interesting. We'll do all kinds of stuff here.
Now
Alright.
try to move the Knightly Valor to the graveyard.
That'd be great if one day that worked.
It's still, yeah.
Alright, I think we can go ahead and pause here and see when he comes back, and we'll continue with our round then. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, we're underwater. Runewing.
What happened? There was a flood.
There is, with these three, with the 3 islands. All right, let's see the green. All right, we don't see the green. We see a Hussar patrol. Well, I think now's kind of the time where I have to start taking care of this smiter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, backed into a corner. That's fine. I mean, Concordia Pegasus blocks Runewing, I guess, if I had to.
Yeah, I think it's important to have that occur.
Alright, so we're going to see a swing with a Smiter and a Runewing.
I don't think he swings with the Runewing. I mean, he may, but...
Well, that's true. We haven't seen any of his pump yet.
True.
Okay. So, gotta do it. Let's see what happens. Moment of truth.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
I would suspect him to have some sort of answer here.
I'm just gonna hope he doesn't.
That's a good way to think about it. Tristani's Judgment?
Oh man, wouldn't that be just sick? He's tapping. There it is. No.
Yep.
That's about as good a value as you can get out of Tristani's Judgment, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, I mean, we didn't take 6, I guess?
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Well, that could be good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that could be good. Make him have an answer.
We'll see if we see the stabilization here. His Loxodon Smiter is actually still bigger than anything we have on board right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, so he's got a Guild Gate.
Not another Knightly Valor. Yep, Aerial Predation.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yep, that's right where you want it. So he can swing with his Smiter with impunity.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he just has us dead. If he swings with everything. I mean,
Yeah,
unless
he will.
I just sack this poor guy. Yep, okay. So, I'm not really sure
Gotta sack him out.
there's a whole lot we could see here to pull us out of this.
There's not. It just took too long to get to double green. Maybe just in analysis, holding the Dramatic Rescue was wise there. But it gave us something to do on that turn, so maybe not. Why he's even playing something out here, I don't know.
This last card. Sure.
Okay, great.
Alright, well, that's pretty much the end of that one there.
A good start, and then he just drew into a lot of meat. So.
Okay. Yeah, in retrospect, I mean, I guess always wait for the Knightly Valor, because he always seems to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Again,
It's got a lot of flyers.
I don't think that we're bad off here.
Mm.
I could put
Maybe
in
the
something
double
like
guild mage is.
too much.
I mean, yeah, maybe something like an avenging arrow would be good, but I don't. Let's see.
Well,
We're still looking at 14 creatures right here. We have to cut a card.
well, it's like can we cut anything that's not a creature? Like, I mean, in his bounce-a-thon, do you cut the arrest? I mean, arrest is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think I cut the arrest.
I'm a big fan of common bonds. We never see this Tristani's Judgment, but if we see it one day, I think it'll be good.
I agree. Yeah, I think cutting one guildmate is fine. I'm kind of like you and not really wanting to. I mean, the Avenging Arrow seems like it might be good against a Smiter, especially. That's tough to deal with initially.
Do you cut one common bond?
I think maybe, actually. Yeah, I think that's good.
Alright, so we brought in a white. We took out a green, but I think we're still good on our colors, so let's give it a shot.
Got to pull one down. Got to pull one down here.
Boom. No creatures. But a dramatic rescue, an arrest. We have our two green sources and our white. We have a blue.
I think I keep this, but that's just me.
No, I'm going to keep it. I can't tempt fate that much.
Yeah.
So.
He is pretty slow starting out anyway, though. So.
Yeah, I mean the worst you could see is a smiter on turn 3. I mean, which is bad no matter what way you look at it, but.
Right. Maybe he's got multiple Knightly Valors, which is why we're seeing it consistently.
That would be good. Okay, this is interesting.
Nice little turn 2 play.
This is like the second time this guy's made his debut.
And it's definitely the most relevant, I think. I mean, the last time was fine, but...
Yeah, popping dudes up in the air and detaining dudes and stuff is good.
Yeah. So what have we seen him play on turn 2? I don't think have we even seen anything on turn 2? And we haven't seen it on turn 2, but have we seen a 2-drop in this deck?
Nope. I can think of 3s. We saw Vassal Soul. We saw.
He's got a lot of 3s.
Did we see a Sunspire Griffin from him? I get the feeling
Yeah,
we did.
we did.
Yeah,
we did.
We saw Asperia Skywatch. I mean, that's obviously like way at 6, but just flyers in general. So no, I don't think so.
So what do we want to draw here? A healer would be good. Would be fine.
Healer would be excellent. Yeah, probably healer.
You're all fixed up, which is nice.
Nothing. Okay, so we see Tristani's Judgment. That's interesting. So I guess we can swing in here.
Yep.
Maybe see Dramatic Rescue, but probably not.
Nah.
No. Poor Guild Mage. I've seen it happen, but... So no Smiter mana.
Chromatic Lantern. Okay.
Now he's fixed up.
That's weird. I wouldn't think his deck would need that, but slowly working toward Collective Blessing mana.
Well, we don't have to worry about avenging arrow, so I guess we can swing it again here.
Yep.
Alright. So, we only have one creature in hand, which is unfortunate. I'm pretty sure he can play anything in his deck right now except for an Asperis Skywatch. Wow. A Rune Wing. Okay. Wow. Alright. Well, I guess we're just hanging out.
I mean, you can detain the bird and swing in.
Well, what are we looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The bird can't swing back in.
Yeah, I guess there's really nothing else I would play. He doesn't have
I mean-
anything that comes out swinging. Well, let's give it a shot.
It's until your next turn, so he can't swing. He can't nightly. I mean, he can nightly Valor it, I guess.
Is it worth it? That remains to be seen. So slowly but surely down to 14.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a land here would be ironic, I guess, because we would have Collective Blessing with one creature.
Yeah.
Vassal Soul. Ooh. That's decent. Okay.
Yeah, I think probably just hanging out,
Herald it up.
playing Herald, chilling. I wouldn't pop it yet, of course.
No.
Yeah. 3, 4.
Sadly, we can't make it fly and pop it.
True.
Not yet. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing that mana now.
Yeah.
Alright, so he swings in for 4. I guess we just go ahead and accept it.
Yep. Taking 4.
And let's see what else. Nope. Alright, so maybe... Well...
He's just gonna pop his Herald.
That's kind of ironic, I guess.
I mean, it allows you to play Dramatic Rescue. Which I think playing Keyrune...
Well, the Kieran has to come out. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if we have the potential to see a land next turn with our track record.
Right, so if you play Keyrune and then pass...
We do have to play a little bit fast right now.
Yep.
Just because we're starting to get down there on time.
If you swing in, you can Dramatic Rescue the target. The token, rather. He may just choose to block it. He'll take 2 either way.
Okay, so there's the sack.
Yeah.
That's fine. So we're sitting with a Dramatic Rescue.
Yep.
Not terrible. 12 to
Also
16.
got Cyclonic Rift.
That could be good.
If you draw a land.
Alright, so what's the school of thought here? Could take 7, that's pretty significant.
Force him to replay Rune Wing. Cyclonic Rift if you draw one. I think just bouncing the token is the way to go.
That's kind of the only thing I'm really seeing here.
Then he may judgment one of your guys in response.
Nope. he plays something.
Yep. Yeah, you just want to be careful on time so you can play through my commentary. You don't want to lose on time. Okay. Interesting.
All right. The only thing I'm feeling right now is, because we only have one creature out, Collective Blessing, maybe Tristani's Judgment on his turn and get another Centaur on the board, and then Collective Blessing.
Yeah, that's fine.
So let's see if he plays anything good.
Maybe you catch him with a Knightly Valor here. Nope.
Give me your biggest
guess-
beater.
Just judgmenting the Rune Wing so that it exiles, doesn't draw him a card.
It's either that or wait and see what he plays next.
I get it. It's up to you. Just don't run out of time, and I'm happy, man.
Let's give it a shot. I'm a gambler.
Skywatch, maybe? Yeah. Still allows you to swing in for 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so Collective Blessing, Cyclonic. I mean, we have everything right now. I guess we just throw down the. Well, what can we take here? We can take 4 near.
I mean, I think just Collective Blessing, swing, and then Cyclonic Rift wins the game.
All right, in we go.
It's got a Guildgate. If he doesn't swing with both, it's a surefire way for you to know he doesn't have anything. Yeah.
Okay, so Cyclonic Rift for the win.
I think so.
Let's give it a shot. Well, yeah, let's give it a shot.
And he'd have to kill both of your guys. And he got his Paralyzing Grasp back, but your guy untaps. Tristani's Judgment 1 still dies.
Yep. I think that's all she wrote.
Yep.
Okay, so
Nice
hey,
job.
36 seconds there.
Yep.
And we're back under the sea. We were seeing good action in the future, but that was an interesting game. All right, guys, that was a long one, but I hope you guys will stick around for round 3, and we'll see where this deck gets us.